Ducks on top of this one, as you might expect, leading South Dakota. The Coyotes 41-13. Number 3, the Oregon Ducks. South Dakota receives to start the second half. Eric Schubert looking for a home run out of bounds. And they've been efficient. They have been guilty of one turnover. Here's the handoff. They've been able to do this on a regular basis, Glenn, those little quick openers. So that's a first down, and Earl's back to throw. Flushed. That ball got loose. It looked like his arm may have been pulled back as he tried to throw the ball and push it forward. Hard rush. Earl avoids Tony Washington, but Washington's pressure forces him up right into the grasp of 2 other defenders. Earl guns one, had a man wide open, but threw it low and away. Keenan Lowe is the man back, settling under it. Make it Charles Nelson.
There's lessons learned in the 2 defeats, and then there's a ton of lessons to be learned from the 11 wins. You know, a lot of those wins we didn't play as cleanly as we should have, could have.
We understand that we play in a tough conference, and we can't come out flat. You know, we'll get beat. So we have to prepare ourselves for each and every single week, because we understand that the competition within this conference is very high.
They don't put 50 points on the board just because our O comes walking in the stadium, and I think some young guys maybe kind of, you know, thought that. And so it's been a great wake-up call, I think, for everyone.
Well, reflections of Coach and Marcus Mariota on last year when they went 11-2 and ranked number 9 at the end of the year after beating Texas in the Alamo Bowl. Jeff Locke is your new quarterback now for the Ducks, rolling out to his left, throwing on the run. The right-hander with a completion to Charles Nelson, and was 8 for 13, did not have a touchdown, had 1 interception a year ago. He'll hand off to the left side. And again, running very efficiently is Thomas Tyner. He's had quite a night tonight. So Locke, with all those weapons, goes to work. Tyner again in the backfield. Tyner surveys at the line and then plows ahead across the 50 for a pickup of a few on the play. And of course, Marcus Mariota can put it on the ground. 6 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown as well. So 4 for the night. Tyner going left side, and again he is upended. And procedure call on Oregon.
Offense, number 6, 5-yard penalty.
Penalties have been an issue. At men beat, all he had to do was put the ball across the goal line, but he dropped it at the 1. Mark Helfrich at half told Joe Savage, that's on me. We'll definitely address that, as Tyner grabs one coming out of the backfield. Sanders fair catches at the 10-yard line. That's where the Coyotes will get things started with 10-17 left here in the third from Autzen Stadium. The Ducks leading 41-13. In this one has been quite a target, catching the ball, 6 catches for him, a couple of touchdowns. Defensively, Oregon brings some heat. Oregon's going to bring the heat right down the chute, but Earl gets rid of it. Had a rough series the last go. Now on 3rd and 11, he's got to make something happen here. And again, Oregon, a determined rush. Out of the backfield, Bama makes the catch, but again, Oregon closes on it. Nelson awaits. This one wobbling down. Nelson at the 50. Gets a block outside. Nelson with superior speed, working to the near side to the 20. Can he cut it back? He does. He's got blockers. He will sail into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, that cut right there springs, and now it's just pure speed. If you'll remember, I think Coach Helfrich was telling us his sophomore tape in high school was ridiculous. It was silly, he said.
They're going to call that a 50-yard dash. And the extra point is good.
Autzen Stadium is awesome. It's the loudest stadium in the country, and our fans and the university would take great pride in that. It's not the biggest stadium in the country, but it is the loudest, and they're a smart fan base and an unbelievably passionate fan base, and they've taken over games, and it's really a force, and our players absolutely feed off that. it starts when the gates open and everybody's pushing and shoving and screaming and smiling, and it's a special place to be.
This live ball bounced into the midst of South Dakota, who stood, and the ball went off a defender and out of bounds. I know where you're going to be, Glenn.
You know where I will be.
Yeah. Earl unloads far sideline. Aaron Ramsey makes the catch. Aaron Ramsey.
Championship game, but it's perception. It's, you know, and you got to get past pollsters.
45-7.
And they have a defense that did something last year that Oregon could not, and that was stop Stanford.
Dakota did after getting dinged against UCLA. Last year they got off to the 8-0 start. Eventually went 12-13, 285 yards, had 3 touchdowns through the air.
And there we see traditional power again. You pull your backside guard.
Earl, who took over in Game 5 last year as the starting quarterback, drops to throw.
I tease. It's always a great show. Rick Neuheisel, Mike Yam, they do a great job.
Sanders gallops over one tackler straight ahead to ride. Kevin Earl here, quarterback, with 4:01 to go in the third. On 4th down and 5. Earl back, heaves it as best he can, but again, off the fingertips of the intended array of young talent here playing for the Oregon Ducks this year. 40 newcomers on the roster. Handoff up the middle and maybe a gain. Here's Lockie back to throw, checks down and throws near side to Marshall. Nice juke in the open field, gets him another 10 yards. Look. Another give up the middle and a gain of a couple on the play. Ryan Sager warming up. Here's Marshall, had a knee down.
That type of player.
Voted preseason all MVC. Marshall again spins away from a tackle. Lockie forced to run the ball. There is a flag on the play.
Holding. Offense. Number 73. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Lockie back to throw, fakes a handoff, flips it off to the far side. Over there after it was Jonathan Lloyd. Jonathan Lloyd, the senior from Las Vegas, Nevada, the winningest Oregon Duck basketball player ever in his 4 years. Dana Altman's one of his first recruits, point guard on the very successful basketball team. Jonathan Lloyd getting some run.
Interesting when you read about him and things he said about football.
There's a pass to the near side. Pharaoh Brown on the receiving end of that one.
Lloyd, he said he had to make a football body. He couldn't be a basketball body anymore. He had to put on muscle and size.
It's Byron Marshall. And again, Marshall steams forward to pick up a 14 on the play. Marshall's been busy, as we've mentioned, through the air, where he caught 7 passes for a couple of touchdowns, and now he's carrying the mail, 73 yards on the ground. Marshall's getting some work.
Yeah, he's probably wondering, what did he do?
Pass to the near side. That's Allen with a reception.
And it's he let go of the ball before he crossed the goal line. That's why he gets so many more carries.
Devin Allen with his first reception of the evening, and the third quarter has come to an end. Oregon leading South Dakota 48-13. Another sellout here at Autzen Stadium. Mariota has a man. Touchdown, Oregon. Far side, another touchdown. Burst of speed and into the end zone.
Oregon's got an explosive offense. There's no lack of depth of talent when it comes to the Oregon roster.
They are in fine form here at Autzen Stadium in Eugene. 48-13. Oregon leading South Dakota. Number 3 ranked in the country. The Oregon Ducks operating with their second string quarterback, Jeff Lockie, the sophomore from Alamo, California. And flags are in 3 deal.
Well, they've got mostly backups on the offensive line playing.
And I mentioned Terrell Crosby out there at right tackle, the freshman from Henderson, Nevada. Lockie, the quarterback, in the gun. Backs and scans. Pressured on the run, throws back across it and has a man complete. Lockie is back on first down, rolling and throwing. Has a man at the pylon. Pass complete. Nope, they say incomplete.
Yeah, drop that ball.
Looking for Pharaoh Brown at the pylon. They'll give it up top. Lockie shovels out to the wing and in for the touchdown, Oregon. Pharaoh Brown.
Let's run the zone read. Let's keep it. And if they have someone, hey, long pitch. There it is. If they're going to crash that corner down.
Take a look at the amazing play of the game, brought to you by Quicken Loans. How about Marcus Mariota coming at you, sailing that one up high, Glenn.
Gets to Dwayne Stanford. That's a nice one, but hey, he wasn't done. There's a lot of amazing plays in this one. Finds Marshall on the wheel, and he's gone. Where else can you go with it? Well, you can find a little field and find Marshall again. A lot of different ways to beat you.
Those schools in the Missouri Valley. Sager turns in the handoff. And immediately, Oregon is there as Sanders got the call. Sager, two men in the backfield. Backs and throws. And Riley Donovan with the reception. Knocked down before he could get to the first down. Ifo Epreolomu appeared to tweak his left ankle or foot. Don't want to speculate on what that was, but he came up limping at any rate, favoring the left leg. Now, we haven't seen him since. Over on the trainer's table, they were looking at him.
Obviously, no need to risk it, put him at risk.
Sager again back to throw, sails with this one over the head of the attendants. Here's an end over end down near Lloyd. He's going to take it on the hop. He's going to try to turn the corner, but he's spun down. No, he maintains his balance. And then is upended at the 20-yard line.
He shaves with him. It's just who he is. That's, you know, he is driven. He is serious. He is a leader. All those things, the way he talks.
Already tonight, the freshman gets the call, bangs across, gets into the second level for a first down. Lockie the handoff. Here's what the coach had to say about his main man.
Marcus's greatest attribute, you know, he has a ton of things that make him an elite player, but is his desire to get better. He's already, you know, he's already great. He's already elite, and he wants to be better. And then the willingness and ability to put in that work to get better, that's contagious.
Mariota wants to get into sports physical therapy and in that area of sports medicine, and so he took classes this summer, Glenn. I mean, he loaded up on classes. He's 2 credits shy of graduating. One class is golf, the other is yoga, and he says, you know, with a lighter load, I am now able to recuperate during the week. That's bad news for the opponents. Here's Lockie, deep pass, outside complete. Big gainer there to Johnny Munt, one of the other big tight ends. Munt.
And Zach Schuler was the other receiver open for him. See, me and Mariota, the same type of quarterback. We're looking for that deep ball. We're looking to strike.
Handoff up the middle, and again they work Royce Freeman. Comparisons from the folks that watch Oregon football to a guy by the name of Jonathan Stewart, who was a pretty good running back here. Strength and speed, good combination. The backfield alongside Lockie. Lockie will roll left, throw to the big tight end, and he is knocked down at the 10-yard line. Take a look. They scored 3 touchdowns. Cal on the road defeats Northwestern. Here's Bassett winding his way through. Touchdown, Oregon. They put another one on the board.
Hey, just give it to him, let him go. Big blocks out there. Hold the big fellow Jake Pisarcik getting a lead block out there.
Snap the hold, the kick is up, it is good, and the Ducks have put 62 on the board with 9:21 remaining in the game. Will step aside. This one sails deep to the goal line. Vander Motten for South Dakota. He's in the backfield. He'll take the handoff and turns to the middle. DJ Foster is something else. He's a very definitely a dual threat guy. Colorado. Cal at Northwestern with a big win. Jared Goff, 281 yards, a couple of 3 touchdowns, 1 interception in that one. And then Utah, after a bye, will travel to the Big House to take on Michigan. Michigan State will be here in Eugene.
Defensively.
2nd and 6.
You got to get a body on a body. You got to be explosive, but you also your double teams at the point of attack got to move vertically, not laterally, so that you can get a second level blocker. So you can get that your one of your double teams up to the backer, so you create 2 levels.
It's more on the new attitude.
Well, Kevin, you were talking about the physical changes. The Ducks also had the mental changes. Mark Helfrich this offseason went and got blue collars put on to the Ducks practice shirts. It's a reminder for them. Things happen for a reason. He said last year it felt like they were trying to get away from the nobility. He wants it to be a thought process that you don't just come in here and go ahead and put up that 50 points on the scoreboard. It has to be won through sweat, blood, and hard work. That's what he's trying to instill, is that blue collar mentality on this Ducks team.
Well, I think that offensively they didn't want to show too much. And he's too fast out of the backfield to be covered by that linebacker. So if you then put a safety.
2nd and 8, 3:21 remaining in the game. And some movement up front.
Delayed game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
We'll talk more of that after the play.
Sager back to throw. Sails this one between 2 defenders. A pinpoint goal makes the reception. Take a look.
Well, here's that play. I mean, he's looking out. Scooby Wright takes off. Shaquille Richardson jumps out of bounds, grabs the ball, and throws it back in for Scooby Wright to get this ball. It took a crazy thing to end that streak. It was an amazing streak, and only something like that could probably bring it to an end.
Here at Oregon. And another flag flies.
Personal foul. Chop block. Offense, number 68. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
Sager in the gun. And the handoff and a little quick opener to the left side. Here's a pass thrown through. Sager is back on 3rd and 16, throwing on the run across the body, and that ball's tipped, but Schufert was the intended receiver. Watch what happens here. Looks like Schufert actually volleyed the ball into the air, and Van Roekel made the catch.
That you can say to all your guys, see, you're capable of playing at that level.
Drew Potter, the man in motion. The fake to Kilgore. Sager keeps it, and he's wrapped up and knocked down. And in the meantime, the Oregon Ducks continue to play hard and alert. Jawan Williams came up from his safety position to make the stop.
Oh, what a great call. You bring pressure out. You bring it. That's a blitz. Backside, figuring that they want to roll. Yeah, man, he likes his teammates. He doesn't want them to give up 7.
So here we go with 12 seconds remaining in the game. 4th and 13. South Dakota's Sager, the snap, releases, ball deflected. That's going to come up short, incomplete. That will be that.
South Dakota trying hard. They want to score. And yet so much pride on Oregon. And you know Pelham doesn't want to give up another touchdown. He brings pressure, and the guys play right to the end and save it. That's a lot of fun.
Jill Savage is standing by with Coach Helfrich.
Well, not a very pleased coach at halftime. Is it a different result, though, here at the end of the game?
Well, certainly happy with the win, you know, and I thought we competed to the end. I think we played everybody that we had available, had about 9 freshmen in there on defense there at the end, so that's encouraging. We competed. We got a lot to clean up. We got a great team coming in next week.
The question mark was the wide receiving core coming into the game. We saw a lot of them. How do you assess their group?
We'll find out on film. I mean, we had a couple guys make some plays. We had a couple guys miss some opportunities, both in the run game and in the passing game, but we'll get better. That's the goal.
Byron Marshall, the workhorse for you tonight. Do you anticipate that? You had 3 running backs, but do you anticipate him getting the bulk carries?
We'll see. We'll see. You know, all those guys are talented in their own way, and it just kind of depends on how the package fits together that week.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thanks, Joe.
Final here, Oregon 62, South Dakota 13.